I'm not gonna lie, the Florida State fan base has been trying to tell me for the past 4 to 5 months. They've been trying to tell me, they've been trying to warn me. And I don't want to apologize, but I have to apologize, especially to the Florida State fan base. You were right, and I was wrong. Oh my goodness. How are we only 1 week in and I'm making my 3rd apology video of the season? Last year was a very bad year for me, at least when it comes to picking the games. And what's so ironic about that is that in 2021, I couldn't miss. If you was around the channel in 2021, you know I was spot on the money. Everybody's like, dang, Matt needs to buy a lottery ticket with these predictions and this luck, or whatever you want to call it. You can label it luck. Doesn't matter. You get the point. Because that was the same year when Alabama wasn't looking good and they were in the SEC championship. I told people they weren't just going to beat Georgia. They were going to run away with the game, and that's what happened. And then after that, I said, you know what? I'm picking Georgia to beat. This is the first time I ever picked against Alabama. I picked Georgia to beat Alabama in the championship, and that happened too. And that's just the 2 predictions that come to my mind the most, and everybody remembers those from 2021. However, in 2022 last year, it was rough to say the least. And this year, it's been even worse to start. And it's really funny because what I was thinking heading into the season, I was like, you know what? 2021 was a good year for me picking wise. 2022, bad year. So theoretically speaking, this year should be good, right? Yeah, I guess I thought wrong because so far hasn't been good, but we can always turn things around. It's only been 1 week. Fortunate enough for me, I have opportunities to redeem myself because we have 11 more to go, or 12 or 13, however many there is. But however, in today's video, yet again, I have to eat some more humble pie, and I'm sick and tired of eating this humble pie. I'm full. You know when you have a cheat day, or I have cheat days because I work out all the time, and you eat to your max, and you're like, you know what? I don't even want to eat anymore. I don't want a chocolate chip cookie. Even though I like chocolate chip cookies, it'd make me sick to eat another. Well, that is how I'm feeling right now with this humble pie. I'm full. I don't want any more. But sadly, I have to eat some more. And on a serious note, I owe the Florida State fan base, the Florida State football team, everybody associated with them, a huge apology. And here's the thing about this. I think I owe Florida State a bigger apology than Colorado. Because all throughout the offseason, I said it time after time, I'm not buying into the Florida State cinnamon roll hype. So I don't just owe them an apology for the LSU prediction where I said LSU was going to steamroll Florida State. I owe them an apology for what I said in the offseason as well. And that's why I'm going to label this as a huge apology, because it needs to be. I don't want to apologize. Nobody ever wants to apologize, but I need to. And yeah, that's what the premise of this video is going to be about. But real quick, and by the way, we're not doing no intro, none of that. If you like the content, you know what to do. If you like college football stuff, consider joining our amazing community. We're on the road to 300K, and we can't get there without your help. But first things first, I gotta bring this up. I saw this comment on the previous video, and I was like, wait a minute, what? So dude right here writes a nice and simple and great comment. Yeah, I'm excited as well, Matt, because this was on a video where it was the week 1 recap. And in that video, I stated, to give you context, hey, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to do the recaps. And he said, yeah, I'm excited for college football too. But then at the end of this, what caught my attention is he put hashtag Matt B. Bald. What in the actual crap? Matt B. Bald? Like, no, this isn't a thing. That was a one-day thing. We're not making this something. I don't want to see anybody in the comment section ever putting hashtag Matt B. Bald. And what's blowing my mind even more about this, he did it like unironically. He did it casually. I don't even think he was trying to be funny. He put it on there like, remember in the old days on Instagram, this is how you really got girls back in the day. You put a hashtag TB, like for a TBH or like for a rate. That's what he did it like. He did it like a hashtag TBH, hashtag like for a rate. Man, that brought back some memories. Y'all youngsters don't know about them TBHs back in the day on Instagram. Hey man, you throw up a TBH picture, you'd have 8 new girls you're talking to by that night. And I'd always write the same thing on every girl's picture. It'd be like, to be honest, you cool, don't know you seem chill, rate 7 or 8. And then boom, bada bing, bada boom, you got a number snap and the rest is history. But anyways, logging back in here, no. We're not doing this hashtag. And also, I want to address this comment as well. Andrew Sports and Stuff said, Matt B. Great doesn't know I exist. Well, Mr. Andrew, you are sadly mistaken because I've been seeing you comment on the videos for a while. I do know you exist. I'll say this and we got to get a move on. A lot of you that comment on all the videos, I pay attention and I take notice. So I did want to say shout out to Andrew. I appreciate the support and I just appreciate you watching the vids. Hope you enjoy them. Now, getting that out the way, I meant to address that in yesterday's video, but I forgot. let's talk about the cinnamon rolls. Well, would you looky here? Yeah, you see the video. I stated in the preview that LSU was going to quote-unquote steamroll Florida State. My final score prediction for this game, it wasn't a complete blowout. I had LSU winning 35-21. And I'm really shocked at how bad and disappointing and unmotivated LSU looked. They looked like they just didn't care in the second half, especially when they got down. I'd tell you this much, if I was an LSU fan, I'd be highly concerned about this football team. I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't mind losing, because I do. But what drives me crazy in life is when people quit, and LSU quit. And it was a good game in the first half, really good game. It was tied at halftime, but second half, it was all cinnamon rolls. First things first, I want to start with this. In the preview, I told you to watch out for two players on both of these teams. Number one, Harold Perkins, the defensive superstar for LSU, and I don't want to say he played atrocious, but he was sort of a non-factor. And on the flip side of the ball for Florida State, I said watch out for Johnny Wilson. And although Johnny Wilson, he had his drops and people are going to clown him for that, man, he still had a decent game. I showed you guys this in my live reaction. I'll pop it up right here. But Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman, we'll talk about him in just a second, had 16 catches for 226 yards. Jordan Travis, Keon Coleman, and Johnny Wilson, that was pretty much what diced up LSU's defense. I don't want to say that Florida State's rushing attack wasn't all there, but they didn't have a rusher over 50 yards, and they only tallied up 135 total yards. But all in all, and for the vast majority of the game, what killed LSU was Keon Coleman and Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis couldn't play too much better, 23 for 31, 340 yards through the air, 4 tutties to only 1 INT, which it was a bad interception, and he really should have had 2, but who cares? Played good, won the game, and he had a QBR of 94.7. Outside of that one interception, Jordan Travis played a flawless game. Couldn't have played too much better. Like I was saying, though, and you can't talk about this Florida State LSU game without mentioning this kid, Keon Coleman. 9 catches for $122, averaging 13.6 yards per catch, and 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns. And it's not like he had wide open catches. What was so impressive about his performance is most of them were contested. A lot of times LSU defenders had semi-decent coverage, and he was just Randy Mossing them, which shocked me because I expect Johnny Wilson to be the one mossing people, but it was Keon Coleman. I may be overreacting here, but Keon Coleman might be the second best wide receiver in this up-and-coming draft behind Marvin Harrison Jr. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got athletic ability, and he's got great hands and pretty good footwork. I love me some Keon Coleman. I could rave about him for the next 10 minutes, but I think you get the point. And I could sit up here for the next 6 minutes and tell you how good Jordan Travis looked, how good the wide receivers looked, but the numbers speak for themselves. They scored 45 points. But, and I have a really big but, here's the important part about all of this. Not only did Florida State score 45 points, they put up 45 against a real, I don't know, should I say really good? It's hard to say that after the game, but heading into the season, most people thought this LSU defense was really good. Most people thought this LSU football team was a national championship contender. And Florida State went out there and put up dang near half 100 on them. So hear me out. Before the game, everybody's like, man, LSU's got a ferocious defense this year, and Florida State hangs up nearly half 100. So I don't think we can sit up here and say, oh, well, LSU's defense, there was overrated. No, I think the conversation should be that Florida State's offense is that good. You see what I'm saying? At least for me, I can't speak for you. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, LSU's defense didn't play good. I'm just going to give all the credit in the world to Florida State's offense. They played amazing. Florida State's offense just outdueled LSU's defense. I'll leave it at that because I don't believe LSU's defense is bad, and I don't think they're just average. I still think they're good. It's just sometimes you play an opponent who's got your number, and Florida State had their number. That's all I'm going to say about the game. What more do you want me to say? Florida State just Donkey Kong smashed them. That's all there is to it. Let's not overcomplicate this. Let's get back to this, though. And I don't want to apologize, but I have to apologize, especially to the Florida State fan base. I'm not going to lie. The Florida State fan base has been trying to tell me for the past 4 to 5 months. They've been trying to tell me. They've been trying to warn me. I saw the comments, man. People saying, Matt, we're going to shock you. Matt, we got a lot of great players. Matt, Mike Norvell's the real deal. Everybody saying, Matt, Jordan Travis, he's going to be a Heisman contending quarterback. Everybody told me, Matt, this is a year. We're not overrated Florida State anymore. We're the real deal. And I'm not going to sit up here and say it's for some odd reason. It's for a legit reason because Florida State has been disappointing over the past 7 to 8 years. But it's more so of I had to see it to believe it. And guess what? On Sunday night in a primetime game against a big-time SEC opponent who won the SEC West last year, who also beat Alabama Nick Saban, I saw it live. I saw Florida State go out there and look like a top 3 team. I saw Florida State go out there and look like arguably the best team in the country on Saturday night. My apologies, I said Saturday night. I meant to say Sunday night. You get the point. And I haven't quite configured my rankings just quite yet. I think the AP poll may be coming out right when you're seeing this video or maybe before or after. But Florida State's definitely a top 5 team for sure. But I am leaning towards, and I haven't really thought about it, but for now at least, I'm leaning towards putting the Cinnamon Rolls in the top 3. All in all though, biggest takeaway from this game is Florida State is legit and LSU is not. You could say I'm overreacting with that statement, and I see where you're coming from, but I don't think so. Yet again, if I haven't made this clear enough, Florida State fans, I know you want me to say this, so I'm just going to come out and say it. You were right, and I was wrong. All right, that's all there is to it. You was right, I was wrong. Pains me to say it, but it is what it is. Say it with me now. It is what it is sometimes in life. I mean, hey, you're going to be wrong. It happens. It happens, man. It happens. Congratulations to the Florida State fan base. Congratulations to the Florida State football team. And LSU fans, I don't even know what to say to y'all. Good luck. Good luck. I'll leave it at that. But like I said all throughout this video, I think this game is more so about how good Florida State is, not how bad LSU is. Because LSU is not a bad football team. They're a good football team. But maybe we've overhyped them this year. Kind of like last year, we underhyped them. There's many more things I could say, but we'll leave it at that for now. Let me know your thoughts down below. But,